Yesterday we discussed about monocot root and dicot root. Today we'll discuss about monocot stem and dicot stem. Monocot stem and dicot stem. Okay, what is the difference between monocot stem and dicot stem? First we'll discuss about dicot stem, then we'll compare it with the monocot stem. Very simple. As we have already seen the structure of root, TS of stem is going to be simple for you. As in the case of root, the outermost layer in case of stem also is epidermis. Epidermis. Okay. Epidermis in stem has modifications. The outermost cells have modifications called hair. Sometimes stem have hair-like structures or thorns-like structures. Whatever it is, they are called as trichomes. Trichomes are present on the outermost epidermal layer. So in case of roots, it is root hair. In case of stem, it is trichomes. So in leaves, we can see in leaves are also part of stem. So leaves, you can see stomata on the lower surface of most of the leaves. Okay. Below this epidermal layer, cortex will start. Cortex will start from the lower layer, lower epidermis, from below the epidermis to pericycle. Pericycle is present in the towards the center of the stem. When we draw, I'll say you. Okay. This cortical layer is from here to here. This is pericycle. Pericycle. From pericycle to this epidermis, the middle layer is called as cortex. And cortex is divided into three layers. In case of stem, cortex is divided into three layers. What are they? First one is hypodermis. Innermost one is endodermis. And the middle layers are cortical layers. Hypodermis is made of collenchyma cells. These are collenchyma cells. Collenchyma cells that are present just below this epidermis layer are this. What is the function of collenchyma? It gives mechanical support. So to give mechanical support, just below the epidermal layer, there are few layers of collenchyma called as hypodermis. After that, cortical layers, endodermis, both are parenchyma only. Both are made up of parenchyma only, but the difference is endodermis stores a lot of starch. Endodermis stores starch. So that is why it is called as starch sheath. Starch sheath. Okay. So after epidermis, there are few layers of hypodermis. After that, there are cortical cells, and then it comes the endodermis. Here the endodermis is present. And just below endodermis. This endodermis is not straight like this. It is in the form of, there are some areas it is thick, some areas it is thin. So it looks like this. This is the endodermis layer. Okay. I'm not drawing each and every cell, children. This is epidermis, this is hypodermis, this is endodermis. In between, there are so many cortex cells. And from here, what is starting? Our vascular bundles will be there. So just above the vascular bundles, this part of vascular bundle, this part of vascular bundle is called as pericycle. Okay, so this layer is pericycle. This is pericycle. Pericycle is just above the vascular bundle in the shape of half moon. That is why it is called as semilunar. And which cells it is composed of? It is composed of sclerenchyma cells. Sclerenchyma cells. Okay, these all are sclerenchyma cells. Here, the pericycle is present here. Pericycle, 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 pericycle. Okay, so this part is pericycle. This part is pericycle. In case of root, it was different, right? Pericycle were continuous layer of cells. Here they are semilunar cells. Below that starts the phloem tissue and after that xylem. Because this is phloem tissue, this is xylem. Okay. Since xylem and phloem are present in same bundle, they are called as conjoint. Both are joined together. Conjoint vascular bundle. Between this vascular bundle, there is cambium tissue, cambium tissue, cambium tissue, cambium tissue. Because cambium is present in between, these are called as open vascular bundles. Open because cambium tissue is present. Conjoint because xylem and phloem are present in same bundle. Okay. Now here there are some parenchyma tissue. In this layer between xylem and phloem there are some parenchyma tissues and they are called as medullary rays. Medullary rays. And in the center of this xylem and phloem, here the parenchyma tissue that is present is called as pith or medulla. Okay, you can simply call it pith. Okay, pith is present in the center of the stem. Now understand how many layers are present: epidermis, hypodermis, cortex, endodermis, pericycle, vascular bundle, medullary rays, pith. Okay, outermost epidermis is modified to form trichomes as well as stomata. Below that, cortex will start. Cortex is divided into three layers. The outermost layer is hypodermis, which is made up of collenchyma. It gives mechanical strength. Okay, we'll write it one by one. All will write in one area without. Okay. First one is epidermis. Epidermis is modified to form. Epidermis is modified to form trichomes and stomata. Below that, cortex is divided into hypodermis. These hypodermis are made up of collenchyma. Below that, cortical cells made of parenchyma. Below that, endodermis. Endodermis. And endodermis is made up of parenchyma only. In this, starch is stored. That is why it is called as starch sheath. These three layers together are called as cortex. Cortex. Below cortex, we have pericycle. Pericycle is in which shape? Half moon shaped. Semilunar. Semilunar. Which cells? Sclerenchyma. It produces new vascular bundles, new lateral roots. We have already discussed about it. Below that we have vascular bundle, which is made up of first comes phloem, then comes xylem. In stem, first phloem, then xylem. So, this is vascular bundle. This total is vascular bundle. What type of vascular bundle it is? Open or closed? Open. Why it is called open? Because cambium tissue is present in between. And since xylem and phloem are present in one bundle, it is also called as conjoint vascular bundle. After that, between this vascular bundle, there is some space. This space is filled with parenchyma cells called medullary rays. Medullary rays. It is made up of which tissue? Parenchyma tissue. Next, in the center, what is this that is present in center? The central tissue is called as pith. What is pith made up of? Parenchyma only. Again, parenchyma only. Okay, that is about the layers of dicot stem. Now, how is it different from monocot stem? This vascular bundle is not like this. This vascular bundle is not like this. It is slightly different. Epidermis is same. Hypodermis. Here I wrote collenchyma. But in case of this monocot stem, this is TS of monocot stem now. TS of monocot stem. Hypodermis is made of sclerenchyma cells. Hypodermis is made of sclerenchyma cells. And below that directly cortical cells are filled. There is no endodermis. Okay. Vascular bundle is present in between like patches. Vascular bundles are present in patches, and those which are present in the peripheral region are smaller, those which are present in the center are larger. Okay. In this, it is totally filled with phloem tissues. In between that, there are some xylem tissues. This is xylem. Xylem, 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 xylem. Like this. Remaining all it is phloem tissue. This total phloem. This total filled with phloem. Like this. Okay. This vascular bundles, since xylem and phloem are present in same bundle, they are also conjoined. Vascular bundle is conjoined, but it is not open, it is closed. It is closed. Closed vascular bundle because there is no cambium tissue in between. Okay. Now, there is no endodermis like this. There is no pericycle like this. There are no medullary rays. Remaining all cortical cells except this region. Here there are some sclerenchyma cells. Here there are some sclerenchyma cells. These cells are called as bundle sheath cells. What they are called as? Bundle sheath cells. Bundle sheath cells. They are made up of sclerenchyma. What they are made up of? Sclerenchyma. Remaining all cortical cells made up of parenchyma. These all are bundle sheath cells. All are bundle sheath cells. In between all the tissues, there is xylem. Few patches of xylem. Xylem, 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 xylem. Okay. So vascular bundle is scattered inside the cortex. Unlike in case of stem, dicot stem, this is monocot stem. Here there are no, pericycle is not there, endodermis is not there, medullary rays are not there. There is no particular pith region. This all is ground tissue. It is just parenchyma cells, that's all. Okay. So epidermis is there, hypodermis made of sclerenchyma is there, then it is directly vascular bundles are scattered inside the ground tissue. Okay. Next, one more thing is there. In phloem, there is no parenchyma. When we studied about phloem, did I say you about phloem? Phloem is made up of phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers, phloem sleeve tubes, sieve cells, all we discussed. In case of monocot stem, no phloem parenchyma. No phloem parenchyma. Is it clear? So that is the difference between monocot stem and monocot root. Let us sum up. We'll try to understand it a little bit closer. See, this is dicot stem. This is monocot stem. What is the difference? Here, epidermis is present, is present. Trichomes are present, trichomes are present. Yes, here also it is present. Hypodermis, hypodermis is made up of collenchyma here. Here it is made up of, what is hypodermis made up of? Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma. After that, cortex is made up of parenchyma. Here also same. Next, endodermis. Here it is present. Here it is absent. Pericycle. In dicot stem it is present. Monocot stem it is absent. Medullary rays. In dicot stem present. Monocot stem absent. Pith. Dicot stem present. Monocot stem absent. What about vascular bundle? Here I'll write. Vascular, this is dicot stem. This is monocot stem. Vascular bundle is present, but it is conical and below pericycle. But in case of monocot, vascular bundle is scattered in cortex. Okay. And one more difference in the vascular bundle is here it is open type, here it is closed type. So that is the difference between monocot stem and dicot stem. Okay, here in phloem parenchyma absent. Phloem parenchyma is absent. So those are the differences between a dicot stem and a monocot stem. Right?